Depending on who provides email to you, your ISP for example, you may have two different kinds of incoming mail servers. And in most cases, both kinds of email servers are available to you. One of them is called POP or POP3, and it stands for Post Office Protocol. The other one is called IMAP, which stands for Internet Message Access Protocol. And they work in slightly different ways. And it really depends on how you connect to the internet or how you check your email. And it also depends on the capabilities or the services that are offered you by your ISP. Personally, and this is just my own personal taste, I like POP better. I'll explain why. In the case of a post office protocol mail server, when somebody sends an email to you, let's say that we have an email here that somebody sends over and it arrives to the incoming mail server. In the case of a POP server, when you connect to the internet to check your email, the POP server will transfer the whole message over to you. And what I mean by the whole message, I mean the header and the message part. The header is pieces of information like the address of who sent it, the address of who it was addressed to, the date that it was sent, the IP address of the person who sent it, and a bunch of other pieces of information that identify the message. And then the other big chunk of the message, it's the actual contents of the message. Now, in this process of using a POP server and transferring the whole message over, that means that you have a copy of the whole message on your computer, on your email client. In most cases, that message gets deleted from the POP server. Now, let me explain IMAP. And for this, I have a slightly different diagram. In the case of IMAP, I have a description here of folders. Let me explain how it works. Let's say that somebody sends you a message. Let's say that somebody sends you a message. So the message gets written, gets sent over to you, and it arrives to the IMAP mail server. Now, when you are on your computer and your mail checks for new mail using IMAP, in most cases, what happens is the following. Let's say that you got your new message and you're checking your email. What the IMAP server will do is it will just transfer the header over to you. Now, what's the cool thing about this? Well, the cool thing about this is that if you have a lot of emails, you actually don't need to transfer all of that data. You just need to transfer pieces of information that are key to that message. For example, who it came from, when it was sent, and the subject of the message. So if you get hundreds and hundreds of messages, and you don't need to read all of the messages all at once, you're actually not downloading that much data. So let's say that you do find a message that you want to read. When you double click on the message in the mail application to read the contents of the message, at that point, then a copy of the actual message gets sent over to you.